Hi everyone, my name is Megan Ellsworth here at metalcoffeeshop.com, and I am back again for a May influencer response with the one and only Randy Chaffee.
Hi,
Hi
Megan. How are you? It's a good
Randy.
thing there's only one of me.
I know. Good
Everybody
thing.
that meets me says they're glad there's only one. I
There's
used to
only
take that as a
one.
compliment, but now I'm not so sure.
Yeah, you might have to think about that.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I'm super excited for this month's topic. It's all about technology in metal construction, and I know that you are really always ready to embrace technology. So, this month's question is, why is it important that metal construction companies embrace technology? And what is your advice to stay current?
Love it. Right up the alley of what I love to talk about. And as I had mentioned, anybody that knows me, I'm a rep, and I embrace technology a lot in my rep world. Um,
Yeah.
so I'm going to speak a little more from the standpoint of using it from a virtual, from a sales and a marketing a customer relation tool than I am from out in the field, because that's where my expertise is. My expertise is not in the field. Um,
Yeah.
when my something goes wrong in my car, I go to a mechanic. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm not that guy. But technology, I just did a post this morning, and I love the term force multiplier, and I even have a shirt that says force multiplier on it, and because I like to remind myself of the force multiplier effect that technology can give us in today's world. I go back, um, I'm older, and so I have to put the on there. I do remember the days of pulling up to the payphone with the ice all over the little, thing. And for anybody knowing a payphone, it's that little rotary dial thing, and then they went to buttons, kind of dinosaur things, right?
Oh,
But
yeah, that thing.
yeah, exactly. And ice on it, you got to dial in like 7,000 numbers with this card number. And then, of course, I call and talk to Megan, and she's not in. She'll be back in 15 minutes. So do I sit by the payphone or do I drive down the road? So I come from
Yeah.
that background. So I've really embraced the idea of what technology can do to make me better, to make me more present with my current customers, future customers, people in the industry. And so there's so much available to not use it. And it's so easy to use. There's what we're doing right now, right? There's podcasts. You've agreed to join me on a couple of podcasts that I do shortly as a guest. Um,
Yes.
the coffee shops that you do, the coatings and metal and roofing coffee shops are just so blatantly good use of technology that's amazing. And because where you allows you to bring the message to the industry and everybody else in the industry to communicate and to talk to each other, it opens up the doors. So use virtual, man. I mean, it's whether it's podcasting, whether it's guesting on podcasts, whether it's doing videos. I'm a big believer in videos.
Yeah.
I love to jump on, the old theory, if a picture paints 1,000 words, well, a video, that's probably 10x or 100x or 1,000x, right? People want to see a short, quick video about what you're doing on the job site, a testimonial with a customer, showing if you're in the equipment or the manufacturing or the components world, don't just show a screw. I like to
Yeah.
sell screws. I sell millions of dollars of screws. I love screws, but they're not that exciting, right? But
Hmm.
what's exciting is to maybe show it being installed on a job site with a customer that really, a builder that really loves these and why, or showing a video from a manufacturing plant, seeing a little bit of a process of these things being spit out by the thousands, talking to Billy and Jolene or somebody, I made those names up, that way I don't have to get it signed off in case, right?
Yeah,
Um,
exactly.
we got to stay professional here, but that, they get to meet the real people, right? And
Yeah.
that's the beautiful thing when we go virtual, when we use technology, you can be literally in front of thousands, if not more, per day. And let's go back to, let's say, a contractor standpoint or an installer. Uh, how many customers could you see today, especially if you're a smaller operation, even, or a medium size, you got one or two sales guys? How many are they going to see in a given day? Not many. You got to put the quotes together. You got to do all the stuff.
Yeah.
And you still have to do that. But what about while you're doing all that? You've got social working for you. You've got technology and virtual working for you. You've got posts out there, testimonies, videos of job sites. And so when you're out there and this customer finally calls you because they realize, I've seen this guy 1,000 times, man, and seen his work, and he must be pretty good.
Yeah.
When they finally call you, it's not a cold call anymore because they know you, even though you may not know them yet. They know who you are. They've seen you on a job site. They've seen stuff you might have posted doing with your family, whatever your comfort level is. And so you're in a real warm call scenario where they know who you are and they trust you already. And so why not have as many opportunities for somebody to find you as opposed to you always having to find the somebody, right? And the last thing I'll say about using the technology, besides embracing it and use it all, use the social media, use the Zooms and the Teams and
Yes.
everything that's available. But if at any given point, and these numbers can vary, but I read something the other day as I was preparing for a talk coming up, that 95% of a person of a customer in your demographics is not ready to buy today.
Yeah.
Think about it.
So true.
Think about if you're doing metal roofs. I believe it. Drive up and down your little small town, mid-America, and everybody in that town's not thinking about a metal roof today. They're not thinking about a roof at all today.
Mm-hmm.
Most of them are not thinking about a roof today until they're forced to, or they're maybe just starting. So you're going to take care of that person today that's thinking, but what the virtual can do for you, the technology and the being out there, is you're marketing to that person for 6 weeks from now, 6 months from now, or 6 years from now. You're letting them know day after day after day after day that Megan is our person for roofing. I see them every day. And when I'm ready, I'm going to call Megan because now I know her. I know what they do. I know what they're all about. So because a lot of people that I've talked to sometimes, Megan, they'll go, yeah, but you do all that stuff, but we're busy. We got lots of business. We're booked. Well, one of these days you're not going to be booked. What if it slows down a little bit? What if a new player moves into town, starts telling everybody how great they are and showing this 2 or 3 testimonials and all these things? All of a sudden, you may be a little less busy, right? So you need to be constantly in front of these people, whether you're busy or not. We're not marketing, in my opinion. People with a whole lot more letters after their name than mine might disagree with me, but you're marketing for today. But a big part of your marketing efforts, especially with social, is for down the road, whatever that means, right? And that's so. End the story with that is, man, use it. It's there. It's so easy to do, and it takes. I mean, I'm a payphone guy back in the day, right? When I got a pager, I thought I was high tech. And when I got a bag phone, I kept telling everybody, hey, it's Randy. I'm calling for my car because I thought I was cool until I realized that cost $600 the first month to do that. Then I didn't tell anybody because it wasn't $600 cool. It might have been $60 cool, but not $600 cool. But my only point is I am probably not of the demographic that you would think would grasp technology in a big way. And my only point of all that is I don't care whether you're 23 years old and getting started in the business world or 60s or 70s and been around forever. Let people know what you're doing. Let them know what you're about. Use that to your advantage and use the technology. That's it. That's all I got.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Randy, you knocked it out of the park again, per usual.
Well, when you're old, you just got a lot to say and little time to say it. So
I love it. Well, thank you so much for that great response. Everyone out there listening, you heard the man. Go get in front of all of the people in your audience via social media and all the different platforms. Check out metalcoffeeshop.com. Randy does influencer interviews every month with all sorts of great advice. So, Randy, thanks again.
Always a pleasure, my friend. Thank you. Cheers.
Thank you. We'll see you next month.
All right. Bye-bye all.